Wow. I was just noticing when I look around, I see a lot of shapes in my home. And this quilt that's hanging behind me that my mom made, I notice lots of squares. And this cup of water that I'm drinking from, I notice it's shaped like a cylinder and has a flat face that's like a circle on the bottom. I know that finding shapes around me and knowing the names of those shapes and the kinds of lines and corners that come together to make those shapes will make me be a better mathematician. It will help make my math brain stronger. So we're going to play a game today that asks us to do all of those things. And that game is called Guess My Shape. So to play this game, you're going to need a piece of paper or a whiteboard, something that you can write on. And you're going to need to write numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that look just like this on my whiteboard, okay? So I want you to put 1, 2, and 3 stacked on top of each other, leave some space, and then put 4, 5, and 6 stacked on top of each other, and then leave some more space. Because the way this game works is I'm going to describe a shape without saying its name, and then your job is going to be to draw that shape yourself onto your paper or whiteboard, and then write the name of that shape next to it. So if you're able, take a moment to pause this video and get your game board set up just like mine, with the numbers 1, 2, and 3 stacked on top of each other, some space, the numbers 4, 5, and 6 stacked on top of each other, and some more space, because we're going to do this exercise 6 times, okay? I hope your game board's set up and that you're ready to play. Let's start with exercise 1, okay? Right next to 1, you're going to draw this shape. The shape I'm thinking of is a solid shape that has 2 flat faces that are shaped like circles, and then all of the rest of its edges are round. What shape am I thinking of? It's the same shape as a can of soup. It's the same shape as a trash can. That's right, you got it. I'm thinking of the shape, I say, you say, cylinder. Cylinder. So let's draw a cylinder first in the space next to exercise 1. So in the space next to the numeral 1 on our game board. So I know that to draw a cylinder, I'm going to do kind of an oval shape. Then I like to do 2 straight lines down, and finally a curved line at the bottom to connect those. And then I have a cylinder. My next job is to write the name of the shape. So to write the word cylinder next to it. So I'm going to write the sounds that I hear in cylinder. S could be S or C, writer's choice. I'm going to put a C. In. No, I hear the basketball word in inside of that word. Cylinder. I hear 2 sounds there. Der. D. Er. I'm going to read it again just to make sure. Ready, set, read. Cylinder. Okay, so that's exercise 1. Now for the rest of them, I'm going to describe the shape, but I'm not going to give you the answer. At the end of this video, I will show you an answer key so you can check it against yours, okay? Let's go with exercise 2 now. Exercise 2, I'm thinking of a flat shape that has 3 sides and 3 corners. Sometimes those corners are shaped like L's, sometimes they're smaller than L's, and sometimes they're bigger than L's. What shape am I thinking of? 3 sides, 3 corners. Sometimes the corners are L's, sometimes they're smaller than L's, sometimes they're bigger than L's. Do your best to draw that shape and write the name of that shape in the space next to number 2. If you need to pause that video now to give yourself some time, you can, or I'm going to continue on to exercise 3. So for exercise 3, I'm thinking of a shape that is flat. This flat shape has 6 sides and 6 corners. All of the corners are bigger than L's. What shape am I thinking of? 6 sides and 6 corners. All of the corners are bigger than L's. Draw that shape the best that you can and write the name of that shape next to it. If you need, take a moment to pause this video or continue on with me to exercise 4. For exercise 4, I'm thinking of a solid shape. This solid shape has 1 flat face. That 1 flat face is shaped like a circle. This solid shape also has 1 point. The rest of the edges are round. It would roll in a circle if you lay it on its side and roll it. What shape am I thinking of? Take a moment to draw that shape and write its name in the space next to numeral 4. You can pause this video if you need or continue on with me to exercise 5. Exercise 5 is also a solid shape. This solid shape has 6 flat faces that are all shaped like squares. 6 flat faces that are all shaped like squares in this solid shape. This solid shape is the same shape as a dice. It wouldn't roll, but it might bounce. What solid shape am I thinking of? Do your best to draw that shape in the space next to number 5, and then write the name of that shape next to it. Pause if you need, or continue on with me to the last exercise, exercise 6. Exercise 6 is a flat shape. This flat shape has 4 sides and 4 corners. All of the corners are shaped like L's. For the sides, 2 of them are longer than the other 2, and 2 of them are shorter than the other 2. What flat shape am I thinking of? 4 sides, 4 corners. The corners are shaped like L's. 2 of the sides are longer, and 2 of the sides are shorter. Draw that shape in the space next to numeral 6, and then write the name of that shape next to it. Great. When you're done, take a photo of your work and send it to your teacher. If you need, I'm going to hold up the answer key now that has the answers to those shapes. So you can pause this video if you want, or you can look at it with me. Exercise 1 was, let's read it together, ready, set, read, cylinder. That's right. Solid shape, 2 flat faces that are circles. Exercise 2 was, ready, set, read, triangle. 3 sides, 3 corners. Sometimes the corners are L's, sometimes they're smaller than L's, and sometimes they're bigger than L's. Exercise 3, let's read it together, ready, set, read, a hexagon. Hexagon. 6 sides and 6 corners, all of those corners bigger than L's. Exercise 4, let's read it together, ready, set, read, cone. A solid shape that would roll in a circle with 1 flat face shaped like a circle and 1 point. Exercise 5, let's read it together. Ready, set, read, cube. A solid shape with 6 flat faces shaped like squares. And the last exercise, exercise 6, let's read it together. Ready, set, read, rectangle. 4 sides and 4 corners, a flat shape with corners like L's and 2 sides that are longer and 2 sides that are shorter. I hope you enjoyed playing Guess My Shape with me today. I know my math brain feels a little bit stronger.